characters from Disney movies in general. Like movies from the original Disney company, the animated studios or animated canon or whatever it's called, or characters from live action movies, or, other Disney movies. Let us begin. And again, to make things easier, I'm separating them into decades for the video. And we're going to start with Disney's Wish movie, which came out in 2023. And these are the characters from the movie. And as much as I like that little star, we all wanted him to be a human star, like a star boy, so he can have a romantic interest for Asha. And this is the thanks we get. Do 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 do. I just want an excuse to put that song in here. And before Wish, we have these characters from Strange World, a Disney movie from 2022. Oh, look at Legend, the little three-legged puppet dog. I don't think he is even a puppy, but still. And as much as I don't like, well, I still enjoy the movie. And here are characters from 2 Disney movies that came out in 2021. Here are characters from Encanto. See, look, there's Antonio's animal friends, including this little guy, the toucan. Toucan what? Toucan dance. Oh, that's not the only. They're not the only animals in the Encanto house. Look at that little rat that Bruno's holding. Don't worry, he's clean. And next, characters from Raya and the Last Dragon. Well, look how stacked they are on top of each other. Oki oki onga, oki oki onga. Maybe I think of something else. Well, anyway, these are the characters from Raya and the Last Dragon, and these 3 are characters from a Disney movie that came out in 2020 called Artemis Fowl. It didn't go to theaters because we all know what happened in 2020. So this movie got released on Disney Plus, and I don't think it's even on there anymore since Disney removed a whole lot of stuff that were originally for Disney Plus for some reason. And these are the characters that came out in the 2020s. So we shall move on to 2010's Disney characters. Let's begin with these 3. They are the 3 witches from A Wrinkle in Time. Now these are the versions from Disney's 2018 movie. And just like Artemis Fowl, A Wrinkle in Time wasn't originally a Disney thing. But I'm putting them in the Disney group because, well, they're the versions from the Disney movie. And now, let's continue to the Moana characters. Now, these are the characters from Moana 2 that came out last year in 2024. And these are the characters who made their debut in the first Moana movie, which came out in 2016. Yeah, that's Ocean. Originally, it came like this, but I took Ocean off of Undertake Ha, so Ocean can be its own separate character, you know? Yeah, you gotta watch out for that chicken. You never know what he's gonna do. Boat snack! Well, not a snack for somebody. He's too important to be eaten. Just like everyone else. Now, let's continue to another group of characters where their movie came out in 2016. Characters from Zootopia. And there's gonna be a Zootopia 2 coming out this year. And it's gonna come out near the end of this year. And next, we have characters from Big Hero 6, a Disney movie from 2014. Now, Big Hero 6 was originally a Marvel thing, but then Walt Disney Animation Studio made a movie about them. So, should they be in the Marvel group? I keep them in this group. And let's continue to the Frozen characters. Now that's Sir Schwargenborgen, a toy of Elsa's from that Olaf's Frozen Adventure special. You know, the Christmas themed adventure? Oh, along with that kitten. They're both from that Olaf's Frozen Adventure thing too. And here are the characters who made their debut in Frozen 2 that came out in 2019. Yeah, that's Gale, the Wind Spirit. Hey, where are the... Never mind, I just answered my own question. Here are the other Frozen 2 characters. And now, the characters who made their debut in the first Frozen movie that came out in 2013. And here are the trolls. And there's Marshmallow. And here are the other Frozen characters. I wonder if there's going to be a Frozen 3 in the future. I've been thinking about it, but I think I should just let it go. You're welcome. And back here are the characters from another 2013 movie called Planes. Do you remember Planes? Yeah, even though it takes place in the world of Cars, and Cars is a Pixar thing, technically they aren't Pixar characters. Planes was made from Disney Toon Studio, which is now defunct, meaning that the studio is no longer in operation. And now, here are these two guys from the Lone Ranger. That's Tonto and the Lone Ranger himself I made out of Play-Doh. Now, Lone Ranger wasn't originally a Disney thing either, but Disney made a movie about the Lone Ranger in 2013, and since that's their 2013 versions, that's why they're in there. Yeah, pardon the big shadow. I don't know if you can see them very well. Excuse me. There we go. And now, here are the characters from Wreck-It Ralph. These characters made their debut in Ralph Breaks the Internet, a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph from 2018. And these characters here are from the first Wreck-It Ralph movie in 2012. Aww. That's sweet of Penelope to make him that little candy heart. Hey. They're the other Wreck-It Ralph characters. Those Nicelanders sure know how to dance. And these two are from the Romeo and Juliet movies. This guy, Benny, is from Romeo and Juliet, and this guy is from the sequel to Romeo and Juliet, Sherlock Gnomes. And that's also the name of the movie. Now, Romeo and Juliet was a Disney movie that came out in 2011. And even though Sherlock Gnomes, which is a sequel to Romeo and Juliet, wasn't made by Disney, the first movie, Romeo and Juliet, was a Disney movie, which is why they're in the Disney group. And last but not least in the 2010s group, we have characters from Tangled. Yeah, that's Rapunzel's horse from the Palace Pets series. And Tangled came out in 2010. So that's the last of the 2010s movies and stuff. And now that we've seen the characters either debut in the 2010s, or their movies did, or both, let us move on to the 2000s Disney characters. Let's get started with characters from Princess and the Frog. It's a little updated. Yeah, Princess and the Frog came out in 2009. And next, we'll move on to Boat. from his movie that came out in 2008. And look at him. He's so fluffy. He's so fluffy. I don't know why I like to feel fluffy things. And next we have characters from Meet the Robinsons, which came out in 2007. Goob, you need to keep moving forward, man. Yeah, pardon my arm. Maybe I should use the other arm. There we go, that's better. Now you won't see my arm shadow for the whole entire thing. But you probably already saw it, so... Oh well, moving on. This is a... No. These are characters from a Disney movie that not a lot of people remember called The Wild, which came out in 2006, I think. And these are characters from Narnia. You remember the Narnia movies? And the first one came out in 2005? Well, these are characters from the first movie. I don't have Lucy right now. No, wait, I mean Susan. That's Lucy. And how about the older sister, Susan? I don't have her as a toy right now, but maybe someday I'll find one. Now, Narnia didn't start off as Disney originally, but you probably know the rest. And these are characters from Chicken Little. Huh? Oh, that's right. And Chicken Little came out in 2005 as well. And these characters here are from Home on the Range, a movie that came out in 2004. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 4 make 8. So I have 8 Home on the Range characters. And here are 4 characters from Brother Bear, which came out in 2003. And as we mosey along back over here, we have these 5 characters from Treasure Planet, which came out in 2002. And these are Lilo and Stitch characters. And Lilo and Stitch came out in 2002. And after the first movie, they made a few more movies, plus they had a TV show where they tried to find Stitch's cousins, or the other 625 experiments. Well, 627 or 628? And here are the other Lilo and Stitch characters. I'll make sure you get a real good look at them. And here we have our characters from Atlantis, which came out in 2001. And here are 4 characters from The Emperor's New Groove, which came out in 2000. Ha! Boom, baby! And this is Ema from that dinosaur movie that also came out in 2000. Right now, she's the only character from Dinosaur I have. Maybe someday I'll get more. And here are all the characters that came out in the 2000s, or their movies came out in the 2000s, or both. I need to find a better way to say that. But yeah, these are the 2000s Disney characters. And now, I shall move on to 90s Disney characters. My personal decade, since I was born in the 90s. 96 to be exact. And today is January 14th, 3:50 p.m. Let's begin with the characters from Tarzan. See what I did there? And I can't believe this movie came out 25 years ago in 1999. That is crazy. And next, we have characters from the 1998 movie Mulan. And do y'all know what animal he is? A dragon, that's right. Just thought you'd remember. And you did. Here are characters from Disney's Hercules, which came out in 1997. Yeah, it kind of grew since I last filmed my toy videos. Look at all these new Hercules characters that I came upon last year. And before Hercules, we have characters from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which came out the year I was born, 1996. Oh, and here are the others. And before Quasimodo, we have characters from Disney's Pocahontas movie from 1995. Wow, this movie will be celebrating its 30th anniversary as well. And at NostalgiaCon, I met the voice of Pocahontas. She's nice too. All the celebrities I met at NostalgiaCon were nice. And next, we have characters from the Lion King franchise. Now these characters here are from an old Disney Junior show, well, not that old, but still old. It's called The Lion Guard, which kind of takes place kind of during The Lion King 2, but the last episode of The Lion Guard takes place after Lion King 2. And even though they're Disney Junior characters, they're still Lion King characters, which is why they're in the Lion King group. And here are the other characters from the Lion King. What are you looking at, Ed? Yeah, that's what I thought. It is time. Yes, it is. To show the last remaining Lion King characters that I have as toys. Now, even though this is Nala, for some reason her tag says her name is Nana. N-A-N-A instead of N-A-L-A. That's probably a typo. And before the Lion King, we have characters from The Nightmare Before Christmas. That snake is a puppet. Ha ha ha. And here are some more. I gotta get closer here. Whoa. You probably recognize one of these people. Hey, Mayor, why do you have such a sad face on? Put on your happy face. There you go. Spread sunshine all over the place and put on that happy face. And that's all the Nightmare Before Christmas characters. And here are characters from Hocus Pocus. Oh wait, I think both of these movies came out the same year, 1993. That is so crazy. I see you too, Thackeray Binks. And next, we have characters from Aladdin. Now, this tiger here is one of the palace pets. So she's one, is one of Jasmine's pets. And of course, these two are from the third Aladdin movie, King of Thieves. And of course, the characters from the original Aladdin movie from 1992. And these two that are before Aladdin, these are two characters from that Mighty Ducks cartoon. You all know the Mighty Ducks movie, which came out in 1992. And these are the characters from the TV show they made, which has nothing to do with the movie, but still, Mighty Ducks. And before Mighty Ducks are the characters from Beauty and the Beast, which came out in 1991. And there's another movie that came out in 1991 before Beauty and the Beast. And that's The Rocketeer. Do y'all remember The Rocketeer? I only saw the movie once, but I still liked it. I need to go back and watch it again. And these are all of the 90s characters. Oh, pardon me, I need to do a little... Whoa, easy, whoa. Ah. Pardon me, I lost my balance a bit. But I got it back. And now that I've shown you the 90s Disney characters, I am going to now show you 80s Disney characters. The 80s were fun times, even though I wouldn't know, because I didn't exist then. But let's start with the Little Mermaid characters. Now this is Treasure, Ariel's Palace pet kitten. And this is Tip. You remember Tip and Dash from Little Mermaid 2? Well, this is Tip, the penguin. And of course, the characters from the Little Mermaid movie from 1989. And they're Ariel's sisters. And I'm gonna name them. That's Aquata. That's Andrina. That's Arista. That's Atina. That's Adela. And that's Alana. Now you know. Oop. And there are more up here. Oh, the Sea Witch is back. Gotta keep it family friendly, you know. And next, we have characters from Oliver and Company. And that movie came out in 1988, I believe. And there's another 1988 movie called Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It was him. Yeah, do you remember that movie? One of the best Disney movies to come out in the 80s. And is it Disney? Or maybe it's Warner Brothers, or maybe both. Yeah, there's a whole to-do with that thing, but I see Who Framed Roger Rabbit as a Disney movie. And these are characters from Tron. Now, I made these two characters out of Play-Doh, but they are two characters from Tron Legacy, the sequel to Tron. And these three are from the original Tron movie, from 1981, 2? Okay, at this point, I'm just guessing what year the movies came out. And that's The Fox and the Hound, aka Todd and Copper. And The Fox and the Hound came out in 81, I think. Yeah, the Disney movies before the 90s, I'm having a difficult time remembering what year each movie came out. So at this point, I think I'll just say the name of the movies they're from, so I won't get the years they came out wrong. So that's all the characters, where their movies, or the characters themselves, or both, came out in the 80s. And now, let us continue to the 70s Disney characters. Disco. Let's start with these two guys from The Black Hole. Do you remember that movie? I think it came out in 1979, from what I remember. Yeah, instead of just not saying the years altogether, I'm just going to say the ones that I know about. And next, before Black Hole, we have Elliot from Pete's Dragon. Forgot what year it came out. And these three are from The Rescuers. Still don't know what year that came out. And these are Winnie the Pooh characters. Yeah, that's Darby from My Friends Tigger and Pooh. Remember that Playhouse Disney show? Of course, Lumpy from the Heffalump movie. And that little bird right there is Kessie. If you've seen the New Adventure of Winnie the Pooh show, you might remember her from one of the episodes where Rabbit raised her and she was a baby bird. And here are the rest of the Winnie the Pooh characters. Now, the Winnie the Pooh movie came out in 1977, but Disney's first Winnie the Pooh film was the short film about when the Pooh ate all the honey in Rabbit's house and got stuck in his house. And that short was from the 60s. I don't remember exactly what year, but that was from the 60s. And in 1977, they just took 3 individual Winnie the Pooh shorts and put it together in one movie. So technically, they would be in the 60s group, but I think I'll just keep them in the 70s spot. Rue's happy about my decision. See that smile on his face? Actually, they all have smiles on their face. Even Eeyore. Even Tigger's bouncing for joy. And I think that Winnie the Pooh toy there is one of the oldest toys that I have. Now let's move on to these characters from Robin Hood. In fact, it was the first movie without any involvement from Walt Disney himself. Or at least the first animated Disney movie. And last in the 70s group, we have these characters from the Aristocats. And that movie was the last movie where Walt Disney had any participation on. And, oh, wait a second. According to Little John here, Robin Hood came out in 73, and according to Duchess, Aristocats came out in 1970. Thank you for the little cheat sheets. Alright, these are all of the Disney characters that made their debut in the 70s. Oh, you know the rest. They made their debut in the 70s, and now, before the 70s, these characters are from the 60s. That's right. These Disney characters here are from 1960s Disney movies. And let's start with the Jungle Book characters. These 3 are from a Disney afternoon show called Tailspin. And Tailspin is kind of like a Jungle Book thing because it has Baloo in it and Shere Khan and King Louie. So that makes them Jungle Book characters as well. I wonder why other Jungle Book characters didn't appear in Tailspin. That would have been cool to see. And before Jungle Book, we have characters from Mary Poppins. There's Jack the Lamplighter from Mary Poppins Returns. And these 5, 1, 2, 3, the parrot umbrella makes 4, and Mary Poppins 5. And Mary Poppins came out in 1964. That I remember. And these 4 characters here are from The Sword and the Stone. And all the way from Babes in Toyland is a toy soldier. What? I had to add that song somehow, since I'm talking about a toy soldier. And next to him is Flubber. Now this is the Flubber from that 1997 movie, but that Flubber movie was actually a remake of a 1961 movie called The Absent-Minded Professor, which is why Flubber's in the 60s group. Oh, and Babes in Toyland from 1961 as well. So that makes 2. No, wait. 3. Because 101 Dalmatians is from 1961 as well. Now this parrot is from... well, let me explain. In 96, they made a remake of 101 Dalmatians, and that remake had a sequel called 102 Dalmatians. And that parrot here is from 102 Dalmatians. These characters are from 101 Dalmatians, the original 1961 movie. And look at all of these Dalmatian puppies that I got. I wonder if there are 101 here. Let's count them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And the parents make 17 and 18. So, I'm close to 100. No, I'm not. But maybe someday in the future, all 101 Dalmatians will be here. Sorry for the long gap, I was trying to make a dramatic pause. And now that I've shown you characters from the 60s, let us move on to 1950s Disney characters. Let us begin with the Shaggy Dog. Remember the Shaggy Dog, the 1959 movie? For Tommy Kirk. And next, we have characters from Sleeping Beauty. Now, that is Aurora's Powell's pet pony. And the rest of these characters are from the 1959 Sleeping Beauty movie. Now, those I remember. You know what I say about these three? Every little thing they do is magic. And next, we have Lady and the Tramp characters. They are Siamese, if you please. They are Siamese, if you don't please. And I forgot what year the movie came out, but I know it's in the 50s. And that's Professor Owl. Now, you know him from those Disney sing-along videos, but he originally appeared in these short films from the 50s. And next, Peter Pan characters. Yeah, those four are from this Disney Junior show, Jake and Neverland Pirates, but since they take place in the Peter Pan world, that's why they're there. And here are Tinkerbell's fairy friends. Oh, and Tinkerbell's sister Periwinkle. Yeah, Fawn doesn't have a stand like the others, so that's why she's laying on the floor. And there's Jane from Return to Neverland. She's Wendy's daughter. And of course, the Peter Pan characters from the original movie, I want to say 1953, I believe. That's what I'm guessing. And before Peter Pan, we have another movie from 1953, I think, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's Time. He's from, well, in 2010, Tim Burton made an Alice in Wonderland movie, which is not a remake, but it's a live-action sequel. And Time is from Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is a sequel to that 2010 Alice in Wonderland movie. Now look at all these Alice in Wonderland characters. Let me get you a closer look so you can see them better. And last in the 50s group, characters from Cinderella. Oh, and that is Cinderella's Powell's pet puppy. Look how cute she is. Oh, but that ain't cute. And of course, there are the mice. Look at those cute little mice. I thought Prince Charming was taller. Alright, and these are the Disney characters from the 1950s. Ooh, yeah, I wonder what time it is. Oh, It's getting late. I'll continue or maybe finish off the Disney collection tomorrow. Because now I gotta get to bed. See y'all tomorrow. Where we will continue with the 1940s Disney characters. And today is January 15th, 10:19 a.m. Let's begin with these two, or three if you count the horse, from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad from 1949. See, there's the Headless Horseman from the Ichabod part, and J. Thaddeus Toad from the Wind in the Willows part. And before that, we have these three characters from Song of the South, where you can have a zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay time. Yeah, Song of the South is one of my favorite movies, and one of my favorite rides is inspired by the movie. You may know it, Splash Mountain. But if you've seen my previous videos, you know how I feel about Song of the South and Splash Mountain. That they're both awesome, and that they both should never be forgotten. And Disney is an idiot for getting rid of Splash Mountain in the American parks. Good thing we still have the one in Tokyo. That's one of the reasons why I want to go there, so I can ride there, Splash Mountain. And what a coincidence that both Song of the South and Make My Music, they are both from 1946, and neither of them have real releases. What is with Disney and the movies from 1946 that makes them want us to forget them? Yeah, I think I'm probably talking about that topic for too long, but Song of the South needs to be remembered. Put it on video, Disney Plus, any kind of physical media. Alright, now let's move on to these two, Jose and Panchito. You know them as the three Caballeros. Well, Dog's not with them because, well, Panchito made his debut in the Three Caballeros movie, and Jose made his debut in the movie before Three Caballeros called Saludos Amigos. And since both movies came out in the 40s, this is why they're in that group. And next, we have these four here from Bambi. You know Bambi, that cute little movie about the animals. Usually my toy Thumper wears that flower thing over his head, but I decided to remove it for this video. And here are the characters from Dumbo. I want to say that movie is from 1941. Look how cute he is. I don't know why they made fun of his big old ears. I like them. I think they're cute. And here are the characters from Fantasia. The first Fantasia from 1940. If you've seen Fantasia, you may recognize these characters. You might recognize this broom. Now, usually the magic brooms from the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment don't have faces, but the toy one does. And finally, in the 1940s group, here are the characters from Pinocchio. Oh, hey look, there's Figaro. Now, today, he's known as Minnie's pet cat, but Figaro was originally the pet of Geppetto and Pinocchio. And Pinocchio also came out in 1940. And those are all of the characters from the 1940s Disney movies. And finally, in the Disney movies group, we will move on to the 1930s Disney characters. And basically, they're the only 1930s Disney characters from Disney movies. Because these characters are from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Walt Disney's very first animated movie from 1937. A fun fact, when Walt Disney was making this movie, there were people that said, "Oh, that movie won't work. You can't make an animated movie." They were wrong. People loved it when it came out, and we still love it today. And that's all of the characters from Disney movies. But we're not done with the Disney characters toys yet, because there's a group of Disney toys that I like to call